Good evening. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the northern mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the evening winter storm video forecast discussion for Monday, January 20th, 2014. Just 24 hours ago, we weren't really looking for any watches and warnings to go into effect the way that they are now, but the storm system, which is a clipper diving down through the central plains and then offshore the mid-Atlantic coast states, is a little bit stronger than anticipated and modeled earlier. And yesterday and today, the models are catching up on this, and so therefore as the Arctic front arrives across the forecast region late tonight and tomorrow morning, we have a plethora of watches and warnings and advisories across the entire region from Connecticut, upstate New York, northern and central New Jersey, all the way down through Philadelphia, encompassing the whole northern mid Atlantic region with watches and warnings both on land and on the ocean. And the Arctic front will be slipping through the region during tonight and tomorrow morning. And as a result of that, the snow ratios will be 20, 25, and 30 to 1. And that's the reason why we have these watches and warnings out for you right now. Now, before we get into the schematics here of the forecast going forward, let's talk about the watches, warnings, and advisories across the area. For Sussex County, Warren County, the Lehigh Valley, and the Poconos, we have a winter weather advisory in effect from Tuesday morning through Wednesday morning at 1 a.m. We're expecting 2 to 4 inches of snow in this region here where you see the purple here. Okay, and this is through Tuesday morning through Tuesday evening, with the highest impacts Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. Northeast winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. It's going to be a dry, blowing, and drifting snow, reducing visibilities and hazardous driving conditions from Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday evening's commute. Temperatures on Tuesday, as the Arctic front comes through, will be about 10 degrees or so in these regions here. All of northeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern New York, and extreme northwestern New Jersey. Then they're going to drop down to between 0 and 5 below. These are actual temperatures now, 0 to 5 below by Tuesday night. And that will mean that wind chills will be in the region of 0 to 5 degrees below zero on Tuesday, 10 to 20 degrees below zero on Tuesday night in all of these areas in the green and purple shading here. Frostbite and hypothermia can set in within 15 to 30 minutes. For the rest of the Poconos, northwestern New Jersey, including northeastern New Jersey, the lower Hudson Valley, New York City now, all of Long Island, southeastern and central Connecticut, all the way out towards Provincetown, or just west of Provincetown here in Rhode Island here, all the way through central and southern New Jersey, the Philadelphia metropolitan area, central and southeastern Pennsylvania, also including the Baltimore, Washington area, and the northern Delmarva region. Wind chill advisories are in effect for this region. Sorry, let me back up a moment here. Across northeastern Pennsylvania and northeastern Pennsylvania, outside or just north of the Poconos here, we do have a wind chill advisory tonight through Wednesday morning. Temperatures negative 10 to negative 20 on Tuesday, 15 to 30 below Tuesday night and Wednesday. Frostbite within 30 minutes, hypothermia also setting in. North to northwest winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour, temperatures at 5 to negative 5 degrees below zero tonight as the Arctic front comes through. Negative 5 to negative 15 degrees Tuesday night and Wednesday. Now, for the rest of the region where the winter storm watches have been upgraded to winter storm warnings in all of the pink areas here that you see on this map for Tuesday morning through Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. As a result of this, northwestern New Jersey, 5 to 9 inches of snow. Central and coastal New Jersey, 6 to 10 inches of snow. And then we get to the south shore and east ends of Long Island and also the south shores of Connecticut here, anywhere from 10 to 14 inches of snow. Winds will be from the north at 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour across this region during the forecast period from Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday morning. Latest afternoon surface analysis from weatherroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows the Arctic front now passing through central and southern New York State into northwestern, central, and southwestern Pennsylvania at this time. This Arctic boundary will slide south as this area of low pressure across the Midwest drives down towards the mid-Atlantic coast and then intensifies off the New Jersey coastal waters south and east of New York by tomorrow morning. If it weren't for this Arctic front, the snow ratios would not be anywhere near 20 to 30 to 1. And as a result of this, very strong winds, a strong baroclinic zone will develop here across the region, and the snow is really going to start piling up Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening across this region here. The latest 500 millibar analysis on the water vapor overlaid with this, and we can see the vorticity maximums here. Here's our polar vortex, a piece of it now, east of Hudson's Bay, Canada. We had all this dry air in the lower layers of the atmosphere, and now that's eroding here as we find multiple pulses of energy. Here is the main max now. I want to stop this and get all the way to the end. This is the main max right now. This is the area, the vorticity maximum here on the satellite imagery late this afternoon that will be providing the lifting mechanism for snow across the region tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow night. This system here, this vortmax here, carving out a mean trough here as it steepens across the eastern seaboard, is going to be the one to provide the low pressure center developing offshore and rapidly along a baroclinic zone, as a strong thermal gradient sets up here where temperatures are falling as the Arctic front comes through and temperatures over the water are in the 40s and 50s. This sets up frontogenetic forcing and snow banding across this region from tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow evening. And with the Arctic air mass in place over the region, we have north to northeast winds across the region in certain areas offshore, north to northwest winds behind the front. And all of this conspires into a dramatically 20 to 31 snow ratio across the region. And this radar display and temperatures might give you a bit of information here. This is along the edge. Now the Arctic front is back through here, and the snow showers which are breaking out ahead of it, they've been clustered from the interstate all the way up through Albany here, just south and east of Albany into northern Adams County here in the northeastern United States, in Connecticut, and just north of that here into New Hampshire as well. This area here is going to drop south and east. We could find a few flurries this evening as this line and Arctic front makes its way through the area. Now temperatures are currently in the mid 40s right now. Get up to Poughkeepsie where the front hasn't passed through yet, it's 41 degrees. But the temperatures fall off dramatically. They're at freezing right now in Albany, and then temperatures to the north and west of that, Utica, 19 degrees, Syracuse, 16 degrees. This is a very strong dynamical change in the atmosphere that's ongoing. Current observations as of 4:16 this afternoon on Monday shows a downsloping flow here with west to northwest flow across central Pennsylvania into northwestern New Jersey. The winds begin to veer around to the west-southwest now, ahead of the Arctic front, which is still well to the north and west of the region and driving rapidly to the south and east. So temperatures here this afternoon are still in the upper 30s to low and mid 40s, and even mid to upper 40s across the region. This is all going to go away over the next several hours. Visible satellite view late this afternoon shows the increase of cloud cover across northwestern New Jersey, southeastern New York, and Connecticut as the front is nearing. We can also see on the water vapor a little bit of energy here as the Arctic front comes through, but it is pretty moisture starved. It is pretty moisture starved, but there is on radar a line of snow showers approaching from northwest to southeast across the region. Some of these might clip the area with some light snow across the region over the next several hours. National Weather Service has increased its snow totals from 6 to 8 inches across eastern and northeastern New Jersey. Into the city, 8 to 10 inches of snow. You get out here on central and eastern coastal Long Island and interior Long Island, east of Islip here, you're in the 10 to 14 inch range. Why? Because the storm is bombing out. Arctic air is in place. You're dealing with a 30 to 1 snow ratio. That's why the reasoning here is so high for these snow totals, because if we go down, we can go down here. Sorry, folks, I've been having problems with these graphics all day, and here it's just been a nightmare here in the weather center. Anyway, the liquid precipitation is anywhere from less than 20 to 25, a quarter of an inch here in northwestern New Jersey and extreme southwestern portions of New York State. Then the precipitation in liquid form rises to about a third of an inch, and then we get to a half of an inch from central western Long Island here out to eastern Long Island. We get approaching 70 hundredths of an inch here. This is where the heaviest snow is going to fall, and then of course coastal areas too. But the difference here, even when you have these lower amounts here of liquid precipitation, what's happening is that you have a 25 to 30 to 1 snow ratio in the Arctic domain. So as the precipitation's falling, that's why the forecast is calling for high snow amounts in these regions. It's because of the Arctic air in place. Okay, we're definitely experiencing some PC problems here at the Weather Center, so I'm going to cut this short. We're going to do another video forecast discussion tonight, but you get the general idea. Snow is on the way for Tuesday morning, becoming heavier Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening, and the amounts could really bring a change in your weather as you're commuting home Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday night. The wind chills and the cold Arctic air that is arriving on your back doorstep tomorrow afternoon right through Wednesday morning with bitterly cold, dangerous wind chills, dangerous temperatures. Bundle up. We'll be back in the Weather Center. We're here in the Weather Center, actually, but we'll be back later this evening with the further updates on the storm potential. We do have live coverage ongoing on the website right now and also on Facebook and Twitter feeds as well. Garden State Weather, gardenstateweather.blogspot.com. I'm forecaster Robert Smith.